Hi guys, it's around 2:30 on July 26th. This is a very late entry. I've been up for a few hours. I've just been very, very tired. As you noticed last night, I was kind of loopy and kind of tired, and I ended up getting distracted by going to bed because I wanted to edit my vlog. And also, NF released a new CD last night, and I had to listen to it because it's so good. It is very cool. NF is a rapper, if you're unaware, and he's a very underrepresented rapper, although he did have one hit song that hit all of the records last year, 2 years ago, and I was so happy because I've been listening to him for a few years, and being able to hear him on the radio was really incredible. But my favorite from his new album is Nate. It's his own name is Nate, his name is Nathan Feurston. Anyways, but it's just really him reflecting on his life, and he focuses a lot on mental health and trauma and going through things, and the vulnerability and openness of him as a rapper is something that I just really love to listen to. I listen to it especially a lot when I'm writing because I feel like it puts me in a very emotional place. And this album wasn't my favorite of his album, although I do tend to find that his music builds more and more on me the more I read it, or listen to it. So I'm really excited for that. I started Red Sister last night as well when I was waiting for things to happen, and I really, really enjoy it. I wasn't expecting to enjoy it as much as I did, but I was expecting to read it and love it, but the writing was something that I wasn't completely prepared to fall completely in love with. And everything is written, and I realized I'm annotating this for me and Christine are doing a thing together, and I was like, this is sad, I'm gonna have to annotate it all. So I'm not gonna underline everything that I want to, but these are a few places that I underlined. Everything that is, the echoes of everything that ever was. And okay, that one's a little bit graphic, but this one. Thorn held a silence that had grown old before she first saw the world's light. Brave as only those who've already lost can be. It's just so wonderful and so description. I've only read a few pages and it's already so brilliant. So hopefully I'm going to be able to focus. I find that when I'm sick, I find it hard to focus. But I will try my best to do that. I'll probably listen to a little bit of an audiobook. Other than that, I'll probably have a chill day. And I'll probably check in a few times. And you will see how long that is. Anyways, talk to you guys later. Hi, so it's now almost 4. I am cooking. Look at that. I'm making coconut curry. And it smells so good. And I'm really excited. Because I was feeling really down. But cooking always makes me feel a little bit better, even though I feel really exhausted to cook. Okay, I'm almost halfway down Reaper at the Gates, and I'm really, really enjoying it. It's getting good. It has the beautiful writing and untold story. I really love how she does not let go of any of the threads, but really weaves them into who the people are and the character developments and all of that. My only issue is that for some reason, this is a spoiler, someone is calling someone by their title instead of their name, which is really, really confusing, and I don't understand it. But the emotions are all there. I am ready. I can't wait to read the second half of this book. So this is why I'm not good at readathons, because I'm not artistic enough. I'm good at writing, good at reading, I'm good at cooking, I'm good at acting. All of the other things I'm crap at. I can pretend to lie really, really well and you'll all believe me and it'll be great. But I can't, do anything else. So how the heck am I supposed to make things to life? And it has to be a TBR book. It's terrible. This is in regard to the challenge to bring something to life. This is the only one I can think of because it's a girl, but my only chance of this is just to dramatically stand there and stare at the ceiling. So this is the one I have to recreate with all of the talent in my life. I am just beyond talented in this aspect. It is going to be great. Ready? Here you go. I don't know if that was perfect, but I'm pretty sure it was perfect. Oh my goodness, I did not see that plot twist coming. I literally have tears in my eyes and goosebumps. I react to books more than most people, but oh my goodness. I can't believe I didn't see this coming, but also it makes so sense. I literally watched a thing with Overly Sarcastic Productions, I'm just gonna mention them all the time, where I was talking about plot twists, and she's like, the best plot twists are those that are not for shock value or anything, but those that when you reread it you can understand and see everything, and it changes the way that you're looking. It adds suspense and not shock. Oh my goodness, I need to reread it because this changes everything. I've been questioning this the whole time and wondering, but like, my goodness, I need a novel about this one person to understand this whole thing. I want it so much. Helene, just, I can't say anything, it's too spoilery, but Helene. So, unless you've read the book, you probably won't get this reference, but "and then I took it" is like my new favorite thing. I love that scene, I love what it symbolizes, I love everything about it. Oh my goodness, I love this series so much. So friggin' good, and the threads, the development, the way that she just writes stories and weaves things. Sabaa Tahir is a master. Okay, it's just after 1. I'm really emotional. It's not like, I'm not obviously going to spoil the 3rd book of a series. Like, it's not necessarily like crying because of the content of like what happens, but just because it's so beautiful. I had like tears in my eyes the whole time. I just love her writing, and it makes me cry. I don't understand people who never cry when they read books. I cry when I write all the time too. Whenever I like read my work out loud, I'm always like, not like all of it, but the stuff that I really like. So it made me emotional because it was so beautiful and the payoff was so wonderful. And that end was really good. It is going to be a 4-star. I was thinking that it was going to be a 3-star throughout a lot of the read. It's definitely a 4-star. It's really, really good. I think that I liked it as much as Ember. Ember is hard because even though Ember and the Ashes and it are only 2 books apart, their plot lines and just the characters are so hugely different. Like, A Torch Against the Night changed who everyone in the series was. And it did that to some degree as well, but to like a lesser, because a lot of the people had already, it continued on the process that the people were already going on. Like, I don't think that you could put any of the characters that appeared in Ember that also appear in here in a side-on-side portrayal and say that they're the same person, which I think is just like incredible writing. Like, everyone is dynamic, everyone is beautiful. I also really appreciated that romance was not a heavy thing in this book. I know that like I'm on board with the romances. Like, I ship them, like not hugely, but like I like them. But I liked that it was very focused on political intrigue and just the dynamics. There's so many different sides and different reasons, and it's so complex. I love it so much. Like, it feels like reality because people aren't necessarily characterized how you would expect them to be. And there's so many different sides, people playing for different parts, and different villains, and different heroes, and different sides. And a lot of the people that we consider heroes aren't even interacting with themselves or are villains of other stories. And that end, the fact, there's 3 main characters, and they're incredible. And there was some commentary in them at the end, and I loved it. I love the magic system. I love that it's like a light magic system, I would say. Like, the aspect that it's not like there's powers, but they're not a huge part of it. It's soft magic, as in a lot of things aren't explained. It's like given the reason why they have them. And I just think that's really nice. It has some ghost, kind of supernatural, paranormal stuff going on in this book, which is unexpected for a high fantasy novel. I love the identity and the masks and just everything. Read Ember and the Ashes. It's so good. So good. Anyways, this should be the end of my day. I should go to bed. I might read a little bit of Red Sister now. I was talking about like 2 days ago or whatever, I was kind of feeling burnt out with fantasy. It's like reunited. I just want to reread it all and reconsider it, because that's the thing. Like, I feel like I would consider the characters so differently reading them again based on what I know how they turn out. Well, there's a whole nother book. And she's only ever read the series. I can't wait to see what Sabaa Tahir does in the future. She's a brilliant author. And I read a post today on Instagram when she was talking about how the fact, like, 7 years ago she was walking around looking at Marie Lu and a bunch of other authors and being like, wow. And now she, like, knows them and writes books in 4.5 years. And that's so incredible. It's so incredible. Like, yeah. I have many great words for her. But today I read a little bit of Red Sister, and I finished Raper at the Gates, and I have finished Deadly Class and Shawshank. So I read 4 books during the readathon. Tomorrow I'm going to focus on reading Red Sister and Death Note and Little Mermaid, and that will equal to my 7. And I'm driving to Ottawa on Saturday or on Sunday, so I should be having like a good 8 or 9 hours of audiobook on there too as well, which is helpful. Anyways, good night. Thank you for joining in with me, and I hope you have a fantastic day of reading and writing whenever you're watching this. Farewell.